So I'm going to be doing this really quick video. This is going to be my pregnancy update for this week, and sorry about my appearance, the way the camera is. Hopefully you guys can see me good enough and it's not too oddly angled. But yeah, so I'm just super tired, and I had to film in my mom's room because Isabella did not want to cooperate when I was trying to film with her in there. So I'm just going to do this now. You might hear her talking in the background sometimes. But yeah, so I am 29 weeks and 5 days, and I don't have my journal with me, just because I forgot by the time that I started filming. So I'm 29 weeks and 5 days. It says your baby is as big as a small cabbage, 17 inches and 2.9 pounds. It's a little crazy. And this app has like a little countdown, and it says that there is only 10 weeks and 2 days left before he's going to be here. It's crazy. So this doesn't really tell you much. It just says, through the next couple last weeks, he's just going to, keep packing on the pounds and, getting bigger. So there's not much information on that. But as most of you know, I believe I mentioned it in last week's update, but I cannot remember if I did, so I might repeat some things that I said last week, but I just want to make sure that, I get it all out there and I don't leave anything out. So, as most of you know, his right kidney is definitely damaged, but it does have the partial blood flow, which can leave, I think he said, I can't remember what's, I think the undamaged part of the kidney or the damaged part of the kidney. I don't know. One of them can get infected and everything else, so that would cause us to have it removed. But of course, there's really nothing that we can do now besides, just wait until he's born. And when he's born, my doctor said he'll most likely need to see a specialist. Well, no, most likely he'll need a CAT scan or like an ultrasound or something to check on the kidney so that we can, go from there. But he'll definitely, no matter what, need to see a specialist. And I can't remember for the life of me what the specialist is called, but I'm starting to just search that up and, get that out of the way. So when he is born, I can, have a specialist come see him at the hospital if it's possible, or, I can just as soon as he's born, call and make an appointment so that they can see him, so that doesn't get left, just pushed to the side or anything, because that's something that really needs to be checked out. Definitely if it is, a possibility of having an infection and everything else. So that is that, and there's really, nothing we can do now, like I said. And the other thing is apparently there is something wrong with my placenta. Well, not wrong with it, it's just not in the right place or something like that. He said my placenta is perfectly fine for functioning wise, because he's growing, he's getting everything he needs, he's healthy and all that. It's just where it's located, and I'll get into that in a second. But I just wanted to say I am very frustrated and upset at our local hospital, who was actually checking my placenta the last 2 times I went there, and nobody bothered to tell me that about this at all. I had no clue. I thought everything was fine besides the kidney. And so my mom actually called my doctor for me, and he told her this, and it's like, okay, you guys knew about this too. Why didn't you guys tell me, call me or something just to let me know this? And so I'm very upset with the fact that nobody decided to tell me this. But now I know. So let me get into the whole thing with that. I guess I think it's called placenta previa or something like that. I'll type in the name somewhere when I can think of it. But basically, the way that they described it to me was that this is my cervix and my placenta is right here. So it's not completely blocking my cervix. So he said most likely in 2 weeks it will just, move back and go to where it's supposed to go. And then that way I can have a, you know, natural vaginal delivery, because if it doesn't move and it stays right there, it's blocking his like only exit basically, and then I would need a cesarean section, which I don't want because I believe I mentioned this in last week's video too. I don't plan on getting an epidural or anything like that. I plan on going completely natural, and you know, if I have a C-section, I have to get an epidural. It's not like I can, you know, just have them, you know, cut me open with nothing numbing me. So I'm hoping that it goes back. I go back in 2 weeks to get an ultrasound, and then I see my doctor right after that. So hopefully we'll have some information on that. So I'll definitely keep you guys updated on that. But yeah, that is what we found out this week. And like I said, I'm just hoping it goes to where it's supposed to go, but other than that, my placenta, he said, is working perfectly fine. It's, you know, doing all the things it should do for baby boy and everything else. So I'm going to get into like symptoms and stuff. I'm still swelling, like I have like sausage fingers and everything else, so that's a bummer. I never really had swelling with Isabella, so swelling is still a problem. And I want to say basically this week I have started getting Braxton Hicks contractions, which is crazy. And they're not bad, they're not painful. You know, they're just like a couple seconds of very uncomfortable pain. Not really like pain, just like tightness. And then they'll go away, and you know, they'll come here and there. So that's a sure sign that we are getting closer to the end of this journey. Also, they did an ultrasound. I didn't get a picture, but I've gotten a lot of pictures of him so far. But when they did do the ultrasound, he is head down, and they think that he's been head down the whole time, so most likely he won't move. I don't know how to read ultrasound machines. But he said he's head down, which is a good thing, because usually with people, when it's their second and third baby, they're worried about the baby being breech. And if he's head down, that is perfect, and hopefully he'll stay there, because that would also call for a C-section. So yeah. What else? My cravings have been fruit. I want fruit all the time. Apples and grapes are like the main thing. And yeah, I think that is pretty much it. Like I said, I go back in 2 weeks. I think it's September 17th I go. And I'll get an ultrasound done and everything else. And I don't go back to the hospital to get an ultrasound done till October, which is like a month before I'm due. I believe, I don't know the exact date, but it's the month before I'm due. But yeah, so that is all for this week. Sorry, it was probably all over the place and, you know, not the best angle, but this is what I had to work with. So I'm going to show you guys my 29-week belly now. Okay, so I had to do this in the bathroom. But here is my 29-week belly, and don't mind the unmatching little attire I have here. It is still fairly early, and this is like the only thing that is comfortable with the shirt up. From the front and from the side. Oh, and it's hard to tell, but I think I have like 2 weeks of having an innie, and then my belly button is going to just pop out. But I am definitely carrying a baby in here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, follow me on Instagram and Tumblr, and like my Facebook page. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.